college basketball season is officially over, but the news and rumors are just heating up. In today's video, we'll discuss the latest transfer portal target for your Texas Tech Red Raiders and if Texas Tech could be involved in the coaching carousel. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's RC Maxfield here for the Back to 12 podcast. And listen, you know what to do at this point. I've told y'all for the past couple videos, y'all been great about it. It's a huge thank you to y'all. But one more time, like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell if you want to join the largest group of Texas Tech fans here on YouTube in the Back to 12 podcast channel. All right, let's jump straight into the latest portal target for your Red Raiders. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm excited about this one. This one's great. Julian Larry, Indiana State, the Sycamores. He has 1 year of eligibility remaining. He actually entered the portal today. Again, nobody else is doing this on YouTube when it comes to Texas Tech men's basketball, keeping you in the know this quickly. He is a native of Frisco, Texas. He is 6'3", 185, and he averaged 11 points per game, 2.8 rebounds, 4.8 assists, and shot 46% from three. You heard that correctly. 46% from three. Oh, and by the way, he had a 2.25 assist to turnover ratio. Not too bad. He was a third-team All-Missouri Valley Conference member this past season. And when I tell you he is one of my favorite players, not only in the portal, but of all of college basketball, that Indiana State team was fun to watch. And obviously, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a reason why, but Julian Larry was another reason why, in my opinion. He is so fun to watch. He is an aggressive yet patient attacker off the dribble who is just ridiculously crafty around the rim. Now, I mentioned the 46.2% from three. Let's get into these just absolutely absurd numbers when it comes to him shooting the basketball. He is a phenomenal catch and shoot player. And phenomenal is probably underselling it. He is arguably the best catch and shoot player in all of college basketball. Don't believe me? He ranks 99th percentile. 99th percentile when it comes to catch and shoot opportunities. 74% effective field goal percentage. Bonkers numbers. Oh, by the way, he ranks 95th percentile on spot-up shots. He is an elite shooter, and I mentioned that assist rate in terms of the 2.25 assist to turnover ratio. He has a 22% assist rate as a whole. He is a ridiculously good passer. His high basketball IQ is shown basically every play, regardless of if he's trying to navigate the pick and roll or if he's in isolation. Oh, by the way, when it comes to isolation plays, he ranks 83rd percentile. I mean, the dude is nuts. And again, I know there will be somebody in the comments that says, RC, it's just Indiana State. Well, go look at these numbers. They don't lie. Dude is a stud. He is an absolute unequivocal stud, okay? And his first step is something that really allows him to get to his spots. But the thing that really stands out on tape to me is his basketball IQ. His basketball IQ is off the charts good. And it doesn't matter if he has the ball in his hands or he's off the ball. It does not matter. He is one of the smartest guys that I've seen play in all of college basketball this season at the guard position, because you go watch Indiana State and what they did this year. And by the way, put the Sycamores in the NCAA tournament, you cowards. But Larry was one of the main guys that made that offense go. And that offense was one of the best in the country. Again, it was a lot of fun watching Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar play. But Julian Larry was a guy that really helped that offense go. And he was just an absolute sniper on the outside. Again, 46.2% from three, ranks 99th percentile from three off catch and shoot opportunities, 95th percentile on spot up shots from deep. Oh, by the way, he ranks 76th percentile when he's the primary ball handler in pick and roll. And in isolation, he's 83rd percentile. This guy is an unequivocal stud. And I'm telling you right now, I understand I'm hyped up about him, but JL should be one of the highest priority guys in the portal for Texas Tech, if not the highest priority for Texas Tech. He is an instant plug-and-play guy in the perfect point guard in a Grant McCasland system because you don't have to run a play for this guy. You can put him in the pick and roll, and that can be the action set that you want to run. But you can also be like, all right, we got another primary ball handler here. Play him off the ball, and he can just be ready to catch and shoot with damn near better than anybody in the country. Okay, he is a guy that should be of the utmost importance to Texas Tech in the portal. And again, one of the most exciting players, in my opinion, that has been linked to the Red Raiders. Again, that is Julian Larry from Indiana State. I have his highlights down in the description below if you want to check it out. He ascends to damn near the top of the board in terms of guys that Texas Tech has been contacted or been associated with in the portal. He's a stud. He is an absolute stud. Okay. I've had a lot of people ask me about this, and we've talked about it over on the scarletandblackinsider.com. By the way, go join the scarletandblackinsider.com to join the fastest growing Texas Tech community on the internet. I'll have the link down in the comments and in the description below so you can go join that community. But there's been a lot of talk about the Texas Tech coaching carousel impact. And let's kind of lay the groundwork here in terms of no dominoes have fallen yet, but let's talk about in terms of dominoes that would impact Texas Tech. But right now, let's kind of lay the groundwork why there's a little bit of intrigue, maybe a little bit of underlying panic going on for some Texas Tech fans. It all starts with SMU. SMU fired their head coach after literally doubling their win total from a year ago to 20 wins. They went out and hired Andy Enfield from USC. What does that do? That causes Eric Musselman, who desperately wanted out of Arkansas and go back to the West Coast, to get the USC job. What does Arkansas go do? Everybody's like making fun of them because they don't get Chris Beard. They don't get Will Wade. They don't get Jerome Tang. What do? They say, well, we get the last laugh, and we get Coach Cal here. So now Kentucky is open. Why is that impactful potentially to Texas Tech? Well, it sounds like the number one name on their list in terms of guys that they're going to target outside of the Nate Oates and then Billy Donovan's is Scott Drew at Baylor. Now, Scott Drew has already turned down the Louisville job. Looks like he used that for leverage to get more NIL and a little bit of a pay grade or a pay bump, I should say, at Baylor. But Kentucky's a little different, right? Does he have a little bit of intrigue to go to Lexington? If he does Grant McCasland become interested in the Baylor job, right? The two names that I think would be heavily associated with that Baylor job, if Scott Drew did decide to go to Kentucky, would be Jerome Tang and Grant McCasland. Obviously, two former staff members there in Waco. Now, I do want to say this because there have been a ton, and I mean a ton of people that have reached out to me about this. I think we're ahead of our skis right here. I really do, okay? If you're part of Texas Tech, Red Raider Nation, all that kind of stuff, and you're worried about Grant leaving right now, listen, I think you're ahead of your skis. Now, obviously, things can change really, really quickly in the coaching carousel, but regarding Grant potentially becoming interested in Baylor, I think people are too far ahead of their skis right now. We need multiple other dominoes to fall before this is even potentially a reality. Okay, so again, I get it. There's always that wonderment in terms of this, especially with Scott Drew and the connections that Grant has to Baylor. Remember, Grant has a ton of connections to Texas Tech as well. But as of right now, and again, this could go out the window as soon as I post the video. But I think Texas Tech fans are a little bit ahead of their skis here in terms of worrying about that. I wouldn't worry about it as it stands right now at the time of this recording, which, by the way, is on early Tuesday, April 9th, the morning of. So, again, things can change. But right now, as it stands, a little bit ahead of your skis. Now, again, I'm really excited about the possibility of Julian Larry and his potentially going to Texas Tech. There's a long way to go there, but he is a guy that elevates to damn near the top of my wish list, per se, when it comes to Texas Tech and players I want them to land in the portal. If you want to keep track of everybody in the portal, I mentioned a lot of the guys here, but if you want a full list, head on over to the scarletandblackinsider.com. Again, the link will be in the description and in the comments below to join the fastest growing Texas Tech community here on the internet. And if you haven't already, be sure to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell to join the largest group of Texas Tech fans here on YouTube and to stay in the know on everything Texas Tech men's basketball all year long right here on the Back to 12 podcast channel.